Live from Fenway Park, NESN presents Boston Red Sox baseball. Tonight it's Game 2 of this 3-game series between the Red Sox and the Oakland A's. Hi, everybody. I'm Don Orsillo, and welcome to Red Sox baseball. A fine 11-0 shutout for the Red Sox last night, and the beginning of the second half tonight. The Red Sox now playing 81 games, and so far with a record of 44-37. 3 less wins than they had a year ago. The batting average as a team at 275 in the middle of the pack. Runs per game at 5.4. Their home run total of 103 is good for 4th in the American League, while their earned run average of 3.95 is the best in the AL. And as we welcome in Jerry Remy. Jerry, certainly one of the heroes last night, and lately has been Johnny Damon.
Johnny Damon usually has a good second half. He's had a great first half for the Red Sox. Of course, 5 hits in the ball game last night. And we look at him in his categories in the league. He's really been very impressive. Runs scored, 3rd in the league, a .395 on-base percentage, which is 8. All the things you want from a leadoff man. He's walked a lot, and he doesn't strike out very much. And the one thing Damon has also done at the top of the order, he's handled left-handers very well. Last night, a great game against Barry Zito. Today, he's going to have to repeat it against another left-hander, Mark Redman. But how Johnny Damon goes sometimes is how the Red Sox offense goes.
Red Sox looking to make it 2 in a row over the Oakland A's. They send Pedro Martinez up against the A's for the first time since the ALDS. And it's next on NESN. Red Sox baseball on NESN is brought to you by Nissan, by Coors Light, by Foxwoods Resort and Casino, by Acura, by Dunkin' Donuts, and by Southwest Airlines. And good evening once again, everybody. Welcome to Fenway Park. A 71-degree night with a 10-mile-per-hour wind out of the southeast. The Red Sox have taken the field. Let's take a look at the visiting Oakland Athletics starting lineup brought to you by Rico. Mark Kotze leading it off in center field. Mark McLemore at third base. Scott Hatterberg at first. Jermaine Dye in right field. Rubio Durazo is the DH. Bobby Crosby at shortstop. Adam Melhuse doing the catching tonight with Eric Burns in left field and Marcos Scudero at second base batting ninth for the A's as they go up against Pedro Martinez.
Pedro 8-3 on the season. He has 105 strikeouts, which puts him 3rd in the league behind Santana, who has 125 of Minnesota, and then Kurt Schilling with 110, his teammate with the Red Sox. Opponents only hitting .234 against Pedro, and that is 4th best in the league. You see his starts against Oakland in his career 6-2, and this year at Fenway Park he is a perfect 5-0 with a 2.96 ERA. Red Sox defense is brought to you by Lexus, and last night Manny Ramirez making a terrific play in left field, going down in the corner and makes the backhanded play right up against the wall. Manny's joined by Johnny Damon and Gabe Kapler in the outfield, Bill Miller, Nomar Garciaparra, Mark Bellhorn, and Kevin Millar in the infield, and Jason Varitek back behind the plate to catch Pedro Martinez.
Speaking of behind the plate, Ron Culpa has the plate tonight. Bill Miller at first base, Brian Gorman at second, and Dale Scott, the umpire, at third. Where available, this telecast can be heard in Spanish by selecting the SAP button on your television remote. Enjoy the game.
Buenas noches, amigos.
So again, 71 degrees here tonight, not a cloud in the sky as we begin action. The Red Sox, after a very impressive 11-0 victory over the Oakland Athletics here last night, and the last start before the All-Star break for Pedro Martinez tonight in search of his 9th win of the year.
Now, Pedro has not lost a game since May 16th. That was against Toronto. A no decision last time when he gave up 3 earned runs in 7 innings against the Yankees. Pitched very well. Plus, the Red Sox lost that game in 13 innings, 5-4.
There's Mark Kotze to begin the game, the Oakland center fielder. At 302, 4 homers, and 28 runs batted in. And the first pitch of the ball game, a swing and a miss for Kotze. 0 for 4 last night was Mark Kotze. It snapped his season high 12-game hitting streak. Batted at .391 during the streak. They go up top again, and quickly Kotze down 0-2. 18th start of the season for Pedro Martinez. Dotse lifts it to center. Johnny Damon camped underneath. One down. Tonight's game is available in high definition on Adelphia Digital Cable Channel 773. So one down, and here's Mark McLemore. He's now started 21 of 32 games at third base since the injury to Eric Chavez, who's on his way back. And since McLemore has been playing third base on a regular basis for the A's, hitting at .290. Foul off the left side. It's 1-1 to Mark McLemore.
Looks like Pedro trying to establish that fastball early. Every pitch so far, all 5 pitches have been fastballs.
Two and 1 to McLemore. The first time Pedro has faced Oakland here in 2004. So the last time he faced him was in the 2003 American League Division Series. McLemore fouling off another, and it's now 2-2.
Look at the lineup tonight for Oakland, and only the first 5 guys have faced Pedro. The last 4 have never faced him in regular season games. Crosby, Milius, Burns, and Scudero.
Check swing from McLemore. Stays alive. 2-2. The A's coming into tonight's action in a tie for first place in the American League West with the Texas Rangers. Both teams at 46 and 35 to begin the night. Away in a full count now. The Red Sox and A's have another game left here, and then the A's will be headed to Cleveland as we take a look at the AL West. And the Anaheim Angels have fallen 3.5 games off the pace. Chopped to first. Millar is going to need help. Pedro over to cover, and they retire Mark McLemore. 2 down.
Well, the Yankees have already lost their game. They played an afternoon game and got beat again by Detroit 10-8. Giving up a lot of runs recently are the Yanks. And since that sweep of the Red Sox, they got swept by the Mets and lost 2 out of 3 to the Detroit Tigers.
And another tough outing today for their young pitcher Brad Halsey. Last night, of course, the tough outing on short rest for Mike Mussina again. So yeah, after the Red Sox left New York, things have not been very good for the Yankees. Scott Hatteberg batting with 2 outs and nobody on here in the top half of the first inning. Waves at that pitch, finds himself down 0-2.
Excellent changeup by Pedro. It's been mostly fastballs in the first inning, 2 changeups, and this is an excellent changeup to Scott Hatteberg.
The 0-2 pitch. Hatteberg stays alive.
Hatteberg, one of the toughest guys in the American League to strike out. He's only gone down 16 times this season. As a matter of fact, he's the toughest in the American League to strike out.
Struggled lately, 3 for his last 25. And he's got that batting average overall in the season up over 300 at .302. The 0-2 from Pedro. Got him. First strikeout of the night for Pedro Martinez concludes the top of the first. Oakland gets nothing. Red Sox coming up from Fenway. Last night leads it off. Mark Bellhorn at second base. David Ortiz, DH. Manny Ramirez in left. Omar Garcia-Parra at shortstop. Kevin Millard first. Jason Varitek doing the catching, hitting at .333 against Redman in his career. Bill Miller at third base. Gabe Kapler in right as the Red Sox face Mark Redman.
Redman trying to stop a 2-game losing streak. He has a winning record at 6-5. Both those losses back-to-back to San Francisco, and the home run ball has been a problem. He's given up 6 home runs in his last 2 starts. Second start of the year against the Red Sox. Red Sox beat him in that first one. He is 1-5 in his career with an 8.37 ERA against Boston teams.
Johnny Damon with an 11-game hitting streak, and he lines it to left, but there's Eric Burns, who got a great jump and makes the running catch on the line drive.
Oakland defense is brought to you by New England Toyota dealers. And last time the Red Sox played when Redman was pitching, Bobby Crosby had a very difficult night at shortstop. Made a couple of errors which led to 4 unearned runs. Not helping out his pitcher at all. Joined by McLemore, Scudero, and Hatterberg in the infield. Burns, Kotze, and Dye in the outfield. And Adam Milius doing the catching behind the plate tonight.
One down for Mark Bellhorn. In the air to left, deep, and it's not coming back. Bellhorn with a home run. Jumps into double figures in terms of home runs. That's his 10th of the season. And just like that, giving the Red Sox the 1-0 lead.
Don mentioned 10 home runs for Bellhorn, and now he has 4 of those against left-handed pitching, 6 against righties. This ball hit very hard off the Sports Authority sign out there above the seats over the Green Monster. Now, we mentioned the home runs, Don. A problem the last 2 starts for Redman, a problem here in the first inning.
So a solo shot. The Red Sox on top 1-0. David Ortiz stands in. Ortiz had a tough 0-for-6 night here last night. Redman trying to collect himself as he gets the sign from Milius. And the strike to Ortiz has him down 0-2. So Mark Bellhorn hitting his 10th home run of the season, RBI number 47, and giving the Red Sox the 1-0 lead tonight here in the last half of the first inning. They go up top to strike out David Ortiz. First strikeout for Mark Redman, and there's 2 down.
Challenge time with a high fastball from Redman. Up above the belt and just below the letters. Strikeout high for Redman on the season is 6, and he's done that a couple of times. Picks up his first tonight against Papi Ortiz.
2 down for Manny Ramirez. 337, 22 homers, and 67 runs batted in. Over the last 10 games, hitting at .400, 15 for his last 40. And taking the strike from Redman. And he elected by the fans to start his 4th straight All-Star game as a member of the Red Sox. His 7th overall selection. Chop to third. McLemore with the throw that gets there in plenty of time to retire Ramirez. A solo home run for Mark Bellhorn has the Red Sox on the board at the end of 1. Red Sox on top 1-0. Second inning back at Fenway. Mark Bellhorn has given the Red Sox the 1-0 lead at the end of 1. It'll be Jermaine Dye, Rubio Durazo, and Bobby Crosby face Pedro Martinez in the second inning. Dye, the cleanup hitter and right fielder for the A's. Pedro Martinez enjoying a 1-2-3 first inning, retiring the A's in order on 15 pitches. Swing and a miss for Dye.
Now, two good signs for Pedro. He's got the curveball working here early and also the changeup.
Dye skies one foul down the right field line, back and out of play. Tonight's game is available in high definition on Charter Communications digital cable channel 774 in Massachusetts and Connecticut. Swing and a miss. Strikeout number 2 for Pedro Martinez.
Back-to-back strikeouts. Hatteberg with the changeup to end the first inning. The fastball right by Jermaine Dye to start the second inning. Fastball at 91 miles an hour, but perfect location. Down and away from Jermaine Dye.
So he struck out Hatteberg to close the first. He opens the second by striking out Jermaine Dye. Here's the DH, Rubio Durazo. Durazo has struck out each of his last 5 plate appearances. But has hit at .349 since May 22nd. Strike, and is down 1-2. Pedro Martinez has had a 2-strike count on every hitter so far. Surrounds the plate that time outside, and it's 2-2.
You know, a lot is made about body language. You know, you can watch Pedro Martinez when he's working quickly the way he is now. You can tell that he feels good. Just missed the outside corner with the backdoor curveball. He's getting the ball back from Veritek, and he's getting right back on the rubber, ready to go. He's got a good rhythm, a good pace to it. And that tells you that, you know, at this stage of the game, he feels very good.
Rubio Durazo has faced Pedro Martinez 4 times in his career. 0 for 4 with 3 strikeouts against Pedro. The 2-2 got him. Strikeout number 3 in a row for Pedro Martinez. 2 down in the second inning.
Now, they stayed away from Durazo and almost that hole at bat, and it was with a variety of pitches. Fastballs, cut fastball, curveball, and then finally the changeup to put him away. That's very similar to the changeup he struck Scott Hatteberg out on.
So 2 down, and here's Bobby Crosby, who takes the first pitch strike. Crosby at .271, 11 home runs and 34 runs batted in. He is 3 for his last 16. Leads American League rookies in home runs with 11, and in RBIs he is 34 of them. On the ground to Garcia Parra. 1-2-3 go the Oakland Athletics in the top of the second inning. We've played an inning and a half from Fenway. Red Sox on top 1-0. Thank you very much, David. Don Orsillo and Jerry Reming back at Fenway Park. The last half of the second inning. Nomar Garcia Parra leading it off. And Kevin Millar and Jason Veritek against Mark Redman. Nomar laces one foul off the box seats. Starts tonight hitting at .291. 2 homers and 12 runs batted in for Garcia Parra. Nomar has now hit safely in 4 straight games and is 9 for his last 18. He's been hot. He's done very well against Redman in his career as well. He started for Nomar in Atlanta with a very good series against the Atlanta Braves. 9 for his last 18. Prior to that, he had been just 7 for 38. To center field, hit well. Coxe headed back at the wall, looking up. It's out of here. Dead center field, solo home run for Nomar Garciaparra's 3rd of the year. As the Red Sox on top 2-0.
We have seen so much from this over the last 5 games from Garciaparra, going straight away center field. We saw a lot of it in the Atlanta series and right back here at Fenway Park. I'd say backs off, but it's going to be about 3 rows deep in the center field bleachers.
You mentioned the home run ball has been a problem for Mark Redman, and the Red Sox have 2 of them tonight. A solo home run by Mark Bellhorn in the 1st. Nomar Garciaparra opens up the last half of the 2nd. And Millar, who hits a .275, 5 homers and 23 runs batted in. A nice evening last night in which he was 3 for 4 with a pair of doubles and a couple of RBIs. After the 2-1 foul, tipping it into the catcher's mitt, 2-2. There's Nomar Garciaparra's career 500th extra base hit, the home run to begin things here in the 2nd inning. This is 176th career home run. And his 3rd of 2004. Definitely in a stride now is Nomar Garciaparra. (3-2) to Millar. Chopped outside to 3rd and foul. Wow, Gil Swaim taking that one off the leg.
It looks like he got the hand out but missed it and then got him right off the knee. Probably takes a little abuse there too from Mark McLemore at 3rd base.
Redman's 3-2. And Millar will take the walk. First walk of the night given up by Redman.
Well, the Red Sox Wives will host their 13th annual Can and Cash Drive to benefit the Greater Boston Food Bank this Saturday and Sunday. Wives will be at the Fenway Park gate starting 2 hours before game time, collecting non-perishable foods and financial contributions. With the donation of 5 food items or $5, you receive a 4x6 autographed picture of a Red Sox player while supplies last.
1 on, nobody out. The run already in for Boston. Jason Varitek at .272, 9 homers and 30 runs batted in. Varitek at .299 right-handed, at .263 left-handed, where the majority of his home runs have come from. Strike to Varitek, and he's down 0-2.
Well, Jason should feel fairly rested. He's had, what, 3 of the last 4 days off. That includes the off day on Monday for the Red Sox.
They're belly catching Kurt Schilling over the weekend in Atlanta. So it gets away from Melhuse briefly. Millar trying it, and that time Melhuse can find it. Millar at second base.
Very good base running by Kevin Millar. When that ball bounces out in front of the catcher, good heads-up base running, you take off, because very few times will that catcher come up with it clean. There's Millar. He sees the ball bounce, and as soon as it bounces, he's off at second base.
By the way, I should have mentioned when he was at first base that Redman has 7 pickoffs on the season. That's the most in the American League and certainly a career high for him.
In the dirt again, and it's 2-2 to Varitek. Jason Varitek struggling lately at the plate in the midst of a 2-for-24 skid over the last 6+ games. And over the last 22 games, hitting at .208. Full count now. And the catcher Melhuse headed out to talk to Redman.
Each time the Red Sox win at Fenway Park, Hood donates $1,500 to the Hood Home Team Advantage charity program. The program benefits children's hospitals throughout New England. It's another reason you can feel good about Hood.
Mark Redman, 30 years of age, a tall left-hander at 6'5", 245 pounds. Varitek chops one out of the reach of Hatteberg into right. Millar being waved around with the 3rd Red Sox run to second. Goes Jason Varitek, and the Red Sox lead it 3-0.
Well, what a good job there by Varitek. I'll tell you, we saw good base running by Millar to get in the scoring position. And now Varitek going to the right side to advance him and still gets the double. He gets it by the dive of Scott Hatteberg, and Varitek will end up at second base. Varitek with his 31st run batted into the season.
So a home run, a walk, and now a double as Bill Miller fouls the first pitch back. Red Sox with a fine 11-0 win here last night. Off to the fast start tonight. On top for Pedro Martinez, 3-0. Miller with an inside out swing. Fouls it down the right field line. It was really Bill Miller's home run that got the Red Sox off to the fast start last night with 2 on. Miller hitting the 3-run home run, his 6th home run of the year. And the Red Sox from there were off to the races. And the eventual 11-0 victory.
Now you see the difference between last night and tonight. Last night the home run for Miller, first at bat. Tonight in his first 2 swings trying to move the ball the other way to advance Varitek with nobody out. Again
to right, in for a hit. Varitek will be stopped at third, gathered in right by Dye. And a very good at bat for Bill Miller.
3 strikes. He's trying to move the ball the other way, and he gets it done with 2 strikes. Now, a lot of times on 2 strikes, guys just swing away and try to get a base hit. Miller's still trying to go the other way. He moves over Varitek and picks up a base hit.
Kurt Young, the pitching coach, out to talk to Mark Redman, who is yet to record an out here in the last half of the 2nd inning. A home run, a walk, a double, and now a single. And they prepare for it. Gabe Kapler will be batting 9th. He's starting this 9-game road trip by taking 2 out of 3 from the San Francisco Giants.
Now it's a case here of Redman not being able to put anybody away. I mean, he's had 2 strikes on every batter in this inning. And they've all reached home run, walk, double, and a single.
21 pitches in the inning for Redman. He's up to 31 in his outing as Gabe Kapler stands in. Kapler over the last 18 games hitting at .351. Jason Varitek at third. Bill Miller at first. 2 runs already in. Kepler ahead 2-0. 3 for 4 against Redman with a home run. One of the reasons Gabe Kepler is in there tonight. Popped up right side. Scudero on the dirt of the infield to make the catch for the first out of the inning.
And you might remember last night when Trot Nixon crashed into that wall early in the game in right field. Francona saying, no, that's not the reason he's not playing. He's okay. Just getting Kepler in the lineup because he had very good numbers against Redman.
Also went on to say that we would likely see Trot once they get into the bullpen. So one away as Kepler pops out to second base, and here's Johnny Damon lined out to left his first time. This time he gets a base hit to left. From third comes Veritek, and the Red Sox lead it 4-0. Damon extending the hitting streak to 12 straight games.
And Redman has not really been able to get him out. It was a line drive out back in the first inning, but coming into the game, Johnny Damon had a .600 batting average against Redman. And again, like he does against most lefties, if that ball's away, he just slaps it to the opposite field. So the Red Sox picking up where they left off last night offensively.
Pretty impressive numbers, especially against left-handed pitchers. And Johnny Damon is up to .306 against lefties. That was his 1,500th career hit for Johnny Damon. And it extends a season-high 12-game hitting streak. Mark Bellhorn batting for the second time tonight. The first time he batted in the first inning, able to stroke his 10th home run of the season, a solo shot off Redman. One of 2 home runs for the Red Sox tonight off Redman. The other belonging to Garciaparra, who started this inning with a solo home run to straightaway center field.
First time we saw Mark Bellhorn, it was in a Oakland uniform.
Check swing, fouled back to the backstop. 2-2. Bellhorn coming up to the major leagues for the first time in 1997 as a member of these Oakland A's. Was in Oakland parts of 4 seasons before going to the Chicago Cubs. And then some time with the Colorado Rockies. Shot to third. McLemore on the run and throws it away. Kicks off the photographer's well. Scoring is Bill Miller. Trying to score is Damon. He will as well. 2 more runs in for Boston, and the Red Sox lead it 6-0.
Now Mark McLemore last night had a couple of bobbles at third base, but no errors. He was able to record it out. This time he'll just throw wild to first base, and 2 runs come across on the error. He's got the ball in plenty of time, but throwing on the run, it gets by Hatterberg. It doesn't go out of play. It stays in play, and that's going to allow Damon to come all the way around and score.
Well, we mentioned the defensive problems behind Redman last time he pitched here at Fenway Park. The 2 errors by Bobby Crosby that night. Now Mark McLemore charged with the error here, allowing 2 runs to score. A base hit, no RBIs handed to Mark Bellhorn this time. And Ortiz takes the strike. 1-1.
They have not posted an error up there yet. They've just put up a base hit, so I'm guessing it's going to be a hit and an error.
Correct. You get credit for the hit. Now 6 hits for the Red Sox.
Official scorer apparently thinking Bellhorn would have been able to beat that out at first base, which gives him the hit. Then of course the ball thrown away is where the error comes into play for McLemore.
It breaks up a streak of 47 games without an error for McLemore. We saw a couple of bobbles last night by him, but he got outs on both plays. And the stretch ends tonight with this error in the inning. In the absence of Gold Glove Award winner Eric Chavez down at third base, McLemore's done a very good job. But a costly error here, leading to 2 runs. Bellhorn back to the bag. Action in the Oakland Athletics bullpen. Justin Duchscher, we saw last night warming in the pen. Had to go relatively early to the pen last night, did the A's, for Barry Zito. And here they get the pen up in the second inning. There goes Bellhorn as the Red Sox try to keep the pressure on, and he's into second base. Ortiz swinging and missing at the pitch, and the count even at 2-2.
We mentioned that Redman has an excellent pickoff move. Well, it's an excellent jump there by Mark Bellhorn. Ball just slipping out of the hand of Melius. I don't even think if he's able to deliver that ball to second base, they get Bellhorn. Number 3 on the season for Mark. He has not been caught.
David Ortiz, the 8th man to bat in the inning for the Red Sox. Count of 2-2. Over the last 2+ games now, David 0 for his last 11. And Redman backs off. Ortiz out of the box. Five hits in the inning for the Red Sox. 6 so far off Redman through an inning and a third. Grounded right side. Scudero on to first to get Ortiz. For the ground ball to the right side. On to third goes Bellhorn with now 2 down.
Been a battle for David Ortiz the last couple of days. Left hand is Barry Zito last night. And tonight, Mark Redman has him 0 for 2.
Here's Manny Ramirez. Manny grounding out to third base his first time up. Spins him away and a pitch inside. Red Sox getting a run in the first. So far 5 here in the second inning. And on the hands and popped up around the bag at second. The shortstop Crosby. Top half of the third inning back at Fenway. Red Sox now on top 6-0 in our sounds of the game tonight. Derek Lowe's mic'd up.
This is when our lineup gets scary good. You know what I mean? We ain't got no pitcher on deck. AL batting champs on deck hitting 9th hole.
Talking about that bottom third of the Red Sox order, and of course Bill Miller, who for the second straight night bats from the number 9 spot for the Red Sox. Winning the batting title last year, and in the number 9 spot here for the second straight night.
I just have to correct maybe Derek on one thing. He was hitting 9th last night. Tonight he's hitting 8th in the lineup.
You're correcting me as well then, because I just turned it over. You're right. Kapler is batting 9th.
But we get the point. There's no pitcher here in the American League, and when you got to deal with the batting champ either hitting 8th or 9th in the lineup,
it's still pretty impressive.
That's pretty good.
A 24-minute wait for Pedro Martinez. To left center and falling fast. That is in for a hit. Over to cut it off is Ramirez, quickly spinning and firing it back in. And Mel Hughes held to the single to begin things here in the top half of the 3rd inning.
Of course, we have sounds of the game, and some point during this game we'll have the sounds from the booth also. Big curveball from Pedro, stays upstairs, and Mel Hughes picks up the base hit. First hit of the night.
Eric Burns, a left fielder, batting 8th. 287, 10 homers, and 32 runs batted in. I enjoyed our first installment of Sounds of the Game from the booth last night. I'm looking forward to tonight.
Yeah, we asked people to log in and let us know what they think about tonight's broadcast, and of course the sounds in the game and sounds from the booth, and seem to go over very well.
Popped up into short right. Bellhorn ducking back into short right. Making the catch for up number 1.
Well, for every run of the Red Sox catch stealing this season on NESN, you have a chance to win a LoJack stolen vehicle recovery system. Log on to NESN.com to enter the date, opponent, and runner's name for your chance to win in the LoJack caught stealing sweepstakes.
One down, Mel Hughes at first base. Marco Scutaro, the second baseman for the A's. Out to stand in, hitting at .266, 2 homers and 23 runs batted in. Scutaro has hit safely in each of the last 3 games. Fouls this one off the right side. That was Jerry Mention. We want to hear from you. Log on to RedSox.com to tell us what you think of the broadcast tonight. Look for this graphic and let your thoughts be heard. We'll be hearing from Derek Lowe periodically throughout the night. Scutaro lines a fair ball down towards the corner. Ramirez running it down as Mel Hughes will be stopped at third on the double by the number 9 hitter Marco Scutaro.
So 2 guys who have not faced Pedro in regular season competition both have hits. Mel Hughes picks up a base hit on a breaking ball. That fastball looked to stay inside, and Scutaro right down that left field line for the double.
So 2 in scoring position with 1 away, and Mark Kotze standing in as Pedro Martinez goes second time through the Oakland Athletics order. Kotze flying out to center field his first time up. Well, Pedro is in quite a rhythm through the first 2 innings, retiring the first 6 men he faced, striking out 3 of them. And he was pretty much get it, throw it, and then the 24-minute delay is the Red Sox put up a 5 spot on the board in the bottom of the second inning. He's given up a single and a double wrapped around a pop out to second base in the inning. Swing and a miss from Kotze. Kotze has gotten better in every month, hitting at .256 in April, .308 in May, and just off at .340 June.
He really has thrown him a lot of fastballs too. All fastballs in that first at bat back in the first inning. A lot of fastballs in this at bat.
One out, runners at second and third. Kotze pops it up foul off third and backing out of play. Bill Miller giving chase.
Just about a perfect night for baseball. Warm conditions, very low humidity. Two beautiful nights, the last two nights here at Fenway Park.
Again, the 2-2. Again, fouled off the left side. Kotze coming to the Oakland A's this season in a trade that involved Ramon Hernandez, the A's catcher, and of course outfielder Terrence Long in November this past offseason, with both those players going to the San Diego Padres and Kotze coming here to Oakland. Away and a full count now. Lengthy at bat for Kotze, 8 pitches deep into this at bat. Well, foul ball. Kotze last year battling through an injury-plagued season, hitting at .266 in 128 games. Had a sprained lower back, missed 16 games. And continued really to battle with that back. Was on the DL for a while. Ball 4, and the first walk of the night given up by Pedro loads the bases for the A's. Red Sox baseball on NESN is brought to you by Dodge, by Miller Beer, and by your New England Toyota dealers. So the base is loaded for the A's with 1 out here in the 3rd inning. Mark McLemore looking to atone for a 2-base throwing error, 2-run scoring on a throwing error by McLemore as part of the 5-run second for the Red Sox. Fouls the first one off Baratek.
Red Sox would like to have a double play to get out of this inning. It becomes a little bit more difficult when the pitcher winds up in this situation, because the runner at first can really get a pretty good lead down there, and it's much easier to break up the combination at second and short.
We saw McLemore in spring training with the Orioles. Let go by the Orioles, signed by the Oakland A's on April 5th. Was instantly placed on the 15-day DL and had surgery to repair a meniscus in his right knee. Activated on May 11th by the A's. Down 1-2. A 20-pitch inning for Pedro Martinez after throwing 15 in the first, 14 in the second. And his next pitch will be the 50th of the night.
Baratek, as we mentioned many times, will probably go back down, not even throw a sign down, as they pretty much already decided what they want to do with McLemore here with 2 strikes.
On the ground outside of first and foul. Pedro at 8-3, coming in 3.74 ERA into his 18th start of the season. McLemore grounds it right side. Bellhorn goes to second with a throw dug out of the dirt by Garciaparra. A run in as Melhue scores from third base. Pretty good play by Garciaparra to get the second out of the inning. And there's 2 down. Oakland on the board. It's now 6-1 Boston.
Now the way that ball was hit, they're not going to get a double play anyway, as Bellhorn has to go to his left, and he's very deep. That throw bounces on one hot. Nice play, as you mentioned, Nomar making, especially with the runner right on top of him like that. Give up the 1 run, get it out.
So runners at the corners, 2 down. Here's Scott Hatteberg, a strikeout victim in the first inning. He does not strike out very often, but Pedro Martinez was able to strike him out swinging in the first. Second in the league with runners in scoring position, only behind Irod, who's at 410. Hatteberg 3 for his last 26 over the last 8 games. Scudero at third, McLemore at first, and Hatteberg pops it up foul, backing out of play. Jermaine Dye waiting on deck. Hatteberg, a member of the Red Sox from 1995 to 2001. To left center field and hit well. Damon on the run, back by the wall, won't get there. Kicks off the wall. The run is in as McLemore goes to third. Damon still running in center field to get it. McLemore will score, and into third base goes Hatteberg. 2 runs in for the A's, and they have cut the Red Sox lead in half. It's now 6-3 Boston. What a nasty ricochet that was off the base of the scoreboard.
Yeah, we could see too when the ball left the bat of Hatteberg, you could see it really slicing away from Johnny Damon. And there's no way you could tell that Damon was going to catch up to it. It's right back up against the scoreboard. There it hits the bottom and just goes a long way away from Manny Ramirez. Then he kicks it. And that's going to allow another run to come home, because it looked like McLemore was getting ready to stop at third base. Once the third base coach saw him kick it, that's when he decided to wave him on.
A double, 1 RBI, and an error charge to Manny Ramirez. So the Red Sox have been playing error-free baseball lately. Charged with an error here. Red Sox have played error-free baseball in each of their last 5 games, after they had committed 10 errors in their previous 4 games, but an error here tonight for Manny Ramirez.
Really is amazing, you know, because Pedro was in such a groove those first couple of innings, and the fact that he had to sit down a long time as the Red Sox scored 5, it looks like it did take him a little bit out of his game.
And now he's throwing a lot of pitches. The next pitch for Pedro Martinez will be the 60th in the night. Dye stays alive. He's thrown 31 pitches in the inning. More than the first 2 innings combined tonight. The 1-2 pitch. Dye chases and strikes out. 4th strikeout for Pedro, but the A's come up with a 3 spot in the top half of the 3rd. It's 6-3 Boston. Back at Fenway, the A's coming up with 3 runs in the top half of the 3rd. It's 6-3. Red Sox on top. Omar Garciaparra leading off last inning, hit a solo home run to straightaway center field. Part of a 5-run last of the 2nd for the Red Sox. For Omar, his 3rd home run of the season. Second inning was the 24th time this season the Red Sox have sent 9 men to the plate. The Red Sox coming up with 5 runs in the 2nd. 24 total times this season. And this season against Oakland, pretty impressively have done it quite a bit. Nomar winds this into left field. It'll one-hop the wall. Burns back to get it. Garciaparra sprinting to second base and in with a leadoff double. His second hit of the night, second extra base hit for Nomar Garciaparra.
Well, the Athletics have got themselves back into the game, and it'll be interesting to see how long Kenny Maka goes with Redman. That's a high changeup that Nomar jumps all over. Another ball hit very hot off the bat by Garciaparra. Nomar thinking double right out of the batter's box, and he'll get into second base with the leadoff double.
Kurt Young, the pitching coach for the Athletics, on the phone. They had Justin Duxer up an inning ago, and looks like he's going to get right back up again. Here's Kevin Millar, who walked his first time up in the second inning. Right back at the pitcher Redman. Looked Nomar back and then throws out Millar for the first out of the inning.
Make your plans to join us for the 2005 Red Sox Fantasy Camp, January 30th through February 6th at the Sox Spring Training Home in Fort Myers. Campers will receive instruction from Kyle Yastrzemski, Dwight Evans, Jim Rice, Frank Malzone, Louis Tiant, Adam Jupiter, and other former Red Sox players and coaches. And every participant gets a chance to play at Fenway Park in the summer of 2005. Call 877 Red Sox 9.
One down, Garciaparra at second base, and Jason Varitek taking the strike. Varitek with a double his first time up to drive in a run. Red Sox had 17 hits last night. So far tonight, we have 7 hits. The Sox have had 10 or more hits in their last 5 games coming into tonight's action. Johnny Damon, of course, leading the charge last night with a 5-for-6 performance. Varitek jolts one to center field. Kotsay on the run in front of the wall to make the catch. In deep center field, Garciaparra tagging, moving over to third base. Varitek hitting it a ton to center, but he's out number 2.
Now the difference between being an out and a home run was the speed of the pitch. That was a changeup from Redman, and a pretty good charge put in by Varitek straight away center field. But Kotsay makes the play right in front of the wall. Had that been a fastball, probably the combination of that swing and a fastball, it's a home run.
Bill Miller hits a one-hopper off the glove of Crosby and into left. Garciaparra scores from third with the Red Sox 7th run. Boston on top 7-3.
Well, the A's get themselves back in the game with 3 runs, but they give one right back. And the ball hit hard by Bill Miller. He picks up his second hit. And Redman not real happy with the way things have gone for him in this game tonight.
So Bill Miller with 2 hits tonight. The RBI, the 26th of the season for him. And Gabe Kapler popped out to second base his first time up. To the right and caught.
That's in the Spanish radio booth.
Yuri Berenguer in the grab.
Muy bueno play.
Is play Spanish?
Yes.
Chopped at third and over the head of McLemore. Down the line. second base with a chop double goes Gabe Kapler.
Almost like a base hit you would get on artificial surface. The ball bouncing right in front of home plate, and one big high hop over the head of Mark McLemore down to the corner. And that's going to be the night for Redman as Ken Macher is making his way to the mound.
So with 2 down in the third inning, Redman cannot get out of the third inning. So far, the Red Sox have scored 7 times against him. A pitching change from Fenway Park. Boston on top 7-3. David Ortiz and Manny Ramirez expected here in the bottom half of the 12th.
They certainly got the part of the lineup to get the job done.
Ortiz hits it deep in bounds. It's very good. A 2-run wild ball home run for David Ortiz as the Red Sox win it 6-4.
It's July on NESN, and we're in mid-season form. The Sox face critical mid-season matchups, including the Braves, A's, Angels, Mariners, and Yankees. Stay tuned during the All-Star break for 16 and 60 as NESN counts down the top 16 games of the first half, 60 minutes at a time. Once the football, NESN hits the gridiron with exciting CFL action. And the Charlie Moore Summer of Fun continues with hot episodes all summer long. It's July on NESN, and we're in mid-season form.
This All-Star break, we're keeping your socks on for you. Counting down the 16 best Sox games of the first half, 1 hour at a time with 16 in 60. The 16 best games of the first half, edited down to 60 minutes each and hosted by Tom Caron. Back-to-back through the All-Star break and all week long on NESN. The countdown begins Monday night from 7 to 11 with games 16 through 13, only on NESN.
Back at Fenway Park, Red Sox on top 7-3. It's time now for the Aflac trivia question. Aflac! And our question tonight: which player is the all-time home run leader among Connecticut natives in the majors? On this Connecticut day and night at Fenway Park, we'll have the answer for you in the next half inning. Mark Redman chased from the game after 2 2/3 innings, giving up 9 hits, still responsible for 2 men that are on. And for the second straight night, the Red Sox will face right-handed reliever Justin Duchscher.
And this is the 4th time that the Red Sox have faced him this year. He's worked a total of 4 2/3 against Boston, giving up 3 hits and has 8 strikeouts. Overall, his 21st appearance, a record of 4-1 working out of the bullpen.
He's got to face Johnny Damon with 2 outs and 2 in scoring position for the Red Sox. Bill Miller at third. Gabe Kapler at second, 2 down, a run already in. Damon 1 for 2 tonight with an RBI. And the first pitch strike. Mark Redman tonight over 2 2/3, throwing 60 pitches. Surrendering home runs to Mark Bellhorn and to Nomar Garcia-Parra. Games against the Red Sox here at Fenway have been frustrating affairs for him this season. For Oakland, the second straight tough start for their starters in this 3-game series. Wild swing and a miss, 1-2 to Damon.
I wouldn't call Duchscher's curveball as effective as maybe a Barry Zito, but it's pretty darn good. He's got that over-the-top 12-6 curveball from the right side. Give a look at that curveball from Duchscher. Now we'll see another one, I'm sure. I guarantee we'll see another one before this game's out. Maybe right here.
Damon fouling this pitch off himself. And some pain as he went right down. Jim Rowe coming out, the trainer, along with Terry Francona. Actually, this is Chris Curreni.
Back against Toronto early in the season, April 11th. Very similar to what we just saw here. That was Ted Lilly pitching, and now tonight against Duksha. They get him done right off the rough right foot.
Looks like the foot. Hang in there. He walked it off for a little while. Damon stays in with a count of 2-2. Bill Miller at third, Gabe Kapler at second, 2 down. Foul tipped in the catcher's mitt, strike 3 to end the inning. But the Red Sox get a run at the end of 3. Boston on top 7-3.
This All-Star break, we're
Gentlemen, I give you my brand new high-def surround sound best picture you have ever seen. Prepare to be blown away.
By what? You didn't get Adelphia HD service?
Your HD TV just isn't complete without the Adelphia HD service. Call today to get Adelphia HD.
But I made nachos.
Hi, I'm Steve Schumann. Thank you for making Charlie's Maine's #1 Jeep dealer.
Maine's #1 Jeep dealer offers you the best value in America. Charlie's is Maine's #1 new car and truck dealer for the 6th year in a row. And Charlie's Jeep has the best selection ever. Over the past 17 years, no one in Maine has sold more Jeeps than Charlie's.
Come see why more than 6,000 customers a year buy cars and trucks at Charlie's.
See us first, see us last, but see us and save.
There's an industry that's been a part of Maine agriculture for over 100 years. What started as a day off for Maine farmers at the fair has turned into an industry that generates millions of dollars that stay right here in Maine. Harness racing has raised generations and employed thousands of Maine people. Whether you're at a racetrack or one of Maine's premier agricultural fairs, harness racing is fun and exciting to watch. Bring the family to a day at the races at Bangor Raceway or Scarborough Downs. Harness racing in Maine. It's fun to the finish.
Sox on top 7-3. It's time now for the answer to our Aflac trivia question from an inning ago. In honor of Connecticut night here at the ballpark, the question: which player is the all-time home run leader among Connecticut natives in the majors? The answer: Mo Vaughn, 328 career home runs. All in the big leagues from 1992 through last year. 92 through 98, of course, with the Red Sox. 328 home runs, 230 home runs with the Red Sox, ranking 5th on the all-time Red Sox list. Rubio Durazo to lead it off against Pedro Martinez here in the top half of the 4th inning. Durazo struck out in his first at bat, grounds it softly. Bellhorn ranging to his right. Throws out Durazo.
Well, on the ball tracker, we'll look at the breaking ball from Pedro Martinez as he strikes out Jermaine Dye. And you can see how much that angle from the right-handed pitcher to way off the outside corner, and the backside not really in it for Jermaine Dye.
And a strike to Bobby Crosby, who grounded out to shortstop his first time up. Very nice to see Patrick Gleason, who does play-by-play for the Wareham Gatemen of the Cape League. coming up to visit us here between innings. Crosby with a big cut. And it is now 2-2. Pedro with 4 strikeouts tonight. Up to 66 pitches in his outing. On the ground, a lot of English. Garcia-Parra can't get to it. Underneath his glove and into center field. And Crosby on with his first hit of the night.
Looks like a curveball from Pedro with a lot of spin on it off the bat of Crosby. See it change directions and keeps going away from Garcia-Parra. Crosby picking up his first hit.
Pitch away, and it's 1-0 to Adam Melhuse, who singled his first time up, came around to score the first A's run of the night. Millard holds on Crosby at first.
And we'd like to send out birthday wishes to Thelma Furbush, who is turning 82 today, July the 7th, and she watches every single game, Don.
So we're taking care of business, Jerry.
Yeah.
Hold on, let's wait for the pitch. That's a strike. It's 2-1. I want to thank Gabriel Catani, who's here tonight. He is a very big Remdog fan. He has a Remdog shirt. He's got a lot of the products of Remdog, but I think he felt kind of bad for me, so he created the Orzilla Monster t-shirt. And I greatly appreciate it. This is a one-hopper to third. A second for one on to first. A double play. Ends the inning. A big one for Pedro Martinez. 10 pitches in the inning for Pedro. Red Sox on top 7-3.
Who do you call when you need a car? 508-880-0000. Lincoln Mercury of Raynham.
At Lincoln Mercury of Raynham, buy a brand new Grand Marquis for only $17,899, or lease a new Mountaineer or Monterey for only $199 a month.
Call 508-880-0000. Lincoln Mercury of Raynham. 508-880-0000.
Some people call it summer vacation. I call it my busiest time of the year. And I wouldn't have it any other way.
Stop by Friendly's today and try one of our summer chicken choices. Right now, get a free sundae with our newest flavor, Hunka Chunka PB Fudge, when you try any of our 6 summer chicken choices.
Can we go swimming again tomorrow?
Hey, look! The chief is here. Hello.
Good day, Chief.
Chief, chief, chief!
Okay, that was a bit much.
Our staff loves me, Phil.
Excuse me?
The chief!
Can someone point me to the big man's recliners?
Get 00 financing for 1 year. Only at
Bertie and Phil. Quality, comfort, and price.
That's nice.
The Boston Globe Sports Plus on Nesson.
I can't wait for it to start.
The Boston Globe Sports Plus. It's New England's best sports writers.
I think these guys get it now.
Surrounded by New England's best sports fans.
I told you that!
Tackling sports news of the day.
We're here. We're not going there. We're happy here.
Hosted by New England's own Bob Lobel.
It's sports plus a whole lot more.
The Boston Globe Sports Plus, Wednesday and Thursday nights on Nesson.
How long we been on the air?
Back at Fenway Park as we get ready for the 4th. This inning is the Foxwoods Fantasy inning, and tonight's contestant is Jim Minaccia of Waterville, Maine. If the Red Sox hit a home run this inning, Jim will win dinner for 2 and a free night stay at Foxwoods Resort Casino. For your chance to win, visit Nesson.com.
Well, Jim's got a pretty good shot at it. Bellhorn, Ortiz, and Ramirez due up.
And Bellhorn already has 1 tonight. His home run in the first inning. An infield hit in the second. Couple hits tonight for Bellhorn. Some chop foul off his foot down to first base. Or was it? Apparently not. The first base umpire indicating out. And now Francona will come out. Apparently it was not a foul ball, despite what Bellhorn thought. He never ran.
They may ask to look at the baseball and see if there's any scuff mark from his shoe on it. It's being rubbed up right now by Dusher. Dusher, I should say. Take a look on replay and see if we can pick it up. From that angle, it looked like it did hit the instep of Mark Bellhorn.
It was off very strangely, too.
Yeah, we'll take another look. It's kind of blocked there by the pitcher. It bounces up like that. It certainly looked like it hit something.
Yes.
Francona's still arguing out there. I'm surprised they didn't ask to look at the baseball. A lot of times they'll take a look at the ball and see if there's a black shoe polish on it.
Terry headed back to the dugout after the exchange with Ron Culpa. Ron Culpa had the plate the day of the Carl Everett explosion, did he not?
Yes, he did. Let's take one more look from this angle. Tough to tell. The way the ball kicks up, I mean, it looks like it might have got a piece of the inside of the foot of Mark Bellhorn. Bellhorn didn't run, and usually, you know, it's hard to fake it like that. I mean, usually when it hits like that, you stop, and he just completely stopped. But the out call made by Miller, the first base umpire.
So Bellhorn retired Ortiz, grounding it on 2 hops to Scudero at second base. So Ortiz is out number 2, 2 down.
Now let's see. Take a look at that shirt you got.
This is the shirt from Gabriel Catani, and he calls it the Orzilla. It has the .260 batting average on it that I claim that you make fun of me all the time that I would get. Played in the major leagues. Then over there, he's got the Dwight Evans stance, which I would use. So I thank you very much for this. This is not quite Rem Dog type material, although.
What size is that?
I think it's an extra large.
Which fit?
Very nice. He also suggested they could wear it in center field on day games because it's green. Which is a very nice suggestion. I like how he captured the Dwight Evans stance.
The .260 might be a little high.
You think so? Well, if I played every day. And he chops it to short. Crosby the long throw. Dug out nicely at first by Hatterberg. And it's a 1-2-3 inning on just 6 pitches for Dusher. We played 4 from Fenway. Red Sox on top 7.
Water park. The Wildcat and Zoomerang coasters. And this new nightmare, downtime. Don't you need a little downtime?
Lake Compounds, the place for family fun.
Bristol Toyota announces its summer sales event with 0% financing and up to $4,500 in savings and a huge inventory. You won't want to miss out. Car buyers are coming from all over, like Roger and Esther DuPont of West Warwick, Rhode Island.
I bought at least 20 new cars in my lifetime, and I definitely recommend Bristol Toyota for your next purchase.
And don't forget to visit rinewcarads.com to see Bristol Toyota specials. What are you waiting for? See why Bristol Toyota is the dealer where friends send friends every day.
For the largest selection of gas and diesel motorhomes in New England, it's USRV. From Airstream, American Eagle, and Travel Supreme, it's USRV. From Monaco, Pace Arrow and Bounder, it's a Fleetwood product, and it's available at USRV.
Celebrate America with a USRV. Factory rebates up to $10,000.
Quantity, quality, and price. It's USRV. My name is Marty, and we make better deals.
I pledge allegiance. I pledge allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the fans of the entire Red Sox nation
and to the Fenway faithful in all the stands.
One team, under Terry,
unbeatable,
with offense and pitching. Play ball. Play ball.
Play ball. Play ball.
One nation, one network. Nesson, your home for Red Sox baseball.
Back at Fenway, Red Sox on top 7-3. We head to the top half of the 5th inning. Pitches by inning for Pedro is up to 71 after the lengthy 3rd inning, which he threw 32. Eric Burns leading it off and taking ball one. The pitching line is brought to you by Nissan. Two of the 3 runs earned against Pedro Martinez. This one back behind the plate. Veritek coming back and making the catch for out number 1. Had no more room in which to work with. Back at the screen, and Veritek makes the catch.
Any ball hit behind home plate like that is going to come back a little bit toward the infield. That gives Veritek a chance to make this play. Right up against the screen. Completely runs out of room and makes the out.
4 strikeouts for Pedro. He's got Jermaine Dye twice tonight. Facing Marco Scudero with 1 out. Scudero doubled and scored in the 3rd inning in his first at bat against Pedro Martinez. Pedro at Fenway Park this season 5-0 with a 2.96 earned run average. 3-3 away from Fenway with a 4.50. Struck him out looking. Down by way of the K is Scudero. He takes with him the 5th strikeout of the night for Pedro Martinez.
Cut fastball that time from Pedro to pick up the strikeout. Picks up the outside corner on the cutter. So a couple of quick outs here in the 5th for Pedro Martinez.
Two down for Mark Kotze. 0 for 1 with a walk tonight. Well, there have been so many wins this season for the Red Sox where you think they have sort of turned a corner and perhaps will then grab some consistency. And we've said it time in and time out that maybe this will be the one that gets them going. As last night's great victory and the lead here tonight 7-3, and Pedro still rolling along. An 8-pitch inning, 1-2-3 go the A's. Halfway through this one, 7-3. Red Sox on top.
The wonder of it all. Take a chance, make it happen. Pop the cork, finger snapping, spin the wheel, round and round we go. Life is good, life is sweet. Grab yourself a front row seat. Let's meet and have a ball. Let's live. Yeah, let's live for the wonder of it all. Meet me at Foxwoods.
If you want to make your home more inviting, you can. You can see a room's style before you ever set foot in it. Only the Home Depot has exclusive styles from Masonite and experts who know them inside and out. You'll find doors you can't find anywhere else. Ones that make statements. Ones that can take what you dish out. And of course, you'll find a guaranteed low price. With Masonite and the Home Depot, you can make an entrance like never before. The Home Depot. You can do it, we can help.
How are you supposed to know if you're a victim of medical malpractice? After all, you're not a doctor. That's why so many people call us. We consult with medical experts. We give them the facts. Some have a case, some don't. Either way, at least they know. Wouldn't you rather know than wonder?
Call Lovett, Shepard, Harnett, the medical malpractice law firm. 863-8800.
Watch the weekly episodes of NewEnglandPGA.com Sunday nights at 7, only on NESN. Join us for our 5th season on NESN as we take you to golfing destinations around New England. Plus, we'll get teaching tips from New England PGA members to help improve your game. We'll also preview upcoming PGA Tour, Champion Tour, and LPGA events coming to New England. If you golf in New England, then this show is a must. Watch the weekly episodes of NewEnglandPGA.com Sunday nights at 7, seen exclusively only on NESN.
Last of the 5th, the Red Sox on top 7-3. Don Orsillo and Jerry Remy. Glad you've joined us tonight. Game 2 of the series between the Red Sox and the A's. Garciaparra 2 for 2 tonight. A home run in the 2nd inning. A double in the 3rd. 2 runs scored for Nomar tonight. Our producer is Russ Ken, director Mike Narachi, associate producer is Greg Petranzio, and helping us out in the booth is Julie Tretiak. So left center field, Kotze on the move. Over it comes Burns, but the center fielder Kotze calls him off for out number 1. Red Sox baseball on Nesson is brought to you by Subaru, by LoJack, and by Volvo, the official vehicle of the Boston Red Sox. It was funny. I thought perhaps you might get selected as a vice president candidate, but didn't work out.
I'd rather have this job, I think, than vice president. What do you do? I mean, you know, just hang around and
see what happens.
A lot of fundraising. I'm not real good at that stuff, that fundraising stuff.
No, but you're good with like shaking hands and kissing babies and, you know. To left, oncoming Burns got a very good jump, and he makes the running catch to retire Millar. Red Sox tradition meets high definition. Tonight's game is brought to you by the HD experts at Tweeter. Tweeter, just sit back and enjoy.
A lot of people very superstitious in the game of baseball. Theo, the general manager, last night I guess sat up in the general manager's box for the first time along with Mike Port. I don't know if he's up there again tonight. And usually he sits behind home plate. Last night he went up to sit with Mike Port in the general manager's box. The Red Sox win. Is he up there tonight? Yep, yes, back up there tonight. See, so it's a very superstitious game. Wally sat on his head last night.
Wally is back on his head again tonight.
Back on his head tonight. Very ill after the game last night. Very ill.
I mean, if you
very lightheaded
and upside down for what was it better than 3 hours last night, you may not feel too good.
But it's okay. He wants to go back again today because Red Sox have won one.
A strike to Jason Varitek. Dutcher had recorded 6 outs on 16 pitches. He has retired all 6 Red Sox that he's faced since coming on in the 3rd. Just what the A's needed after Mark Redman, their starter, gave him just 2 2/3 innings. Oakland second in the American League in earned run average coming into this series, only to the Red Sox. The Red Sox, the only team in the American League under 4 in ERA, 3.95 coming in, and Oakland second at 4.02. Tough start last night for Zito. Tough start tonight for Redman. Strike 3 call. Varitek strikes out. Second strikeout for Dutcher. Down in order go the Red Sox at the end of 5, 7-3 Boston.
Gumbo. Oh yeah, here's how y'all go. Head down by the riverside. You'll see a giant bear eating a man. You go bump with it, bump. You see old dead stinking fish. Gonna be a dog there. Be foaming at the mouth. There y'all are.
Sometimes the road to adventure is paved. The 245 horsepower all-wheel drive Nissan Murano.
Forgot to warn about that hot sauce.
I'm Pat Goss for BG Products. A clean engine is an efficient engine, and the best way to keep your engine and fuel system clean is with BG 44K. Fuel byproducts build up in your engine and fuel system over time, reducing power and economy. Just add a can of BG 44K every other oil change to keep your engine running at its peak. Ask for BG 44K by name at better dealerships and garages everywhere. I'm Pat Goss.
For the largest selection of gas and diesel motorhomes in New England, it's USRV.
Celebrate America with a USRV. This 2005 Fleetwood Fiesta 26-foot motorhome or 26-foot Tioga. Your choice. Only $491 monthly. No money down. Or this 2005 Airstream 19-foot Bambi. Only $269 monthly. No money down.
Quality, quality, and price. It's USRV. My name is Marty, and we make better deals.
Olympia Sports presents the Boston Globe pregame report. It's Nesson's new one-hour pregame show and a whole lot more. More pregame analysis, more Boston Globe commentary, news and notes, more player profiles, and more pregame fun. Weekly guests include Larry Lucchino on Tuesdays, Theo Epstein on Wednesdays, and Terry Francona every Thursday. From the fans to the field, Nesson's got you covered. Now, 1 hour before game time.
We're back at Fenway. The Red Sox have a 7-3 lead as we go to the 6th. It's time now for the Boston Works job report. And all kind of ejections for the Detroit Tigers. Von Rodriguez, Trammell ejected from today's game against the Yankees for arguing balls and strikes. 8 Tigers ejected over their last 5 games. That series with the Yankees, they had some beanball issues, guys getting thrown out of the game. Boston Works every Sunday in the Boston Globe and online at bostonworks.com.
Mark McLemore to lead it off for Oakland in the top half of the 6th inning. Pedro Martinez at 80 pitches tonight. Into the 6th. Had a very quick 8-pitch inning in the 5th. Certainly that's what he needed with the pitch count getting up there. As he retired the A's in order in the 5th inning. Quickly 3-0 to Mark McLemore. A strike over the outside corner. Lined over the outstretched glove of Millard down towards the right field corner. Kapler over to dig it out as McLemore heads into second base with a leadoff double to begin things in the 6th inning. Well, more sounds of the game tonight from Derek Lowe.
The bottom line, to sum up like my first half as a whole, right-handers don't fear the ball inside, left-handers don't fear the ball inside. Just that's it.
Right. But that's
sum it up.
Right. But you got now you're gonna have.
Yeah. Now it's the time for an adjustment because we.
Well, no. Now you go out and you focus on the game plan, pitch to pitch, instead of anything else.
Results. Yeah.
Well, I think basically what Derek Lowe's saying, right-handers and left-handers both able to dive out over the plate. No fear of the ball inside from either left-handers or right-handers. And it was Kurt Schilling trying to get him refocused pitch to pitch. Plus, at the end of this inning, hopefully we'll have sounds of the booth.
Strike to Hatteberg, and it's 2-1. Hatteberg with a double his last time up, 1 for 2. And hard, diving at first is Millard. He needs Pedro, an acrobatic play to cover the bag for the out.
Well, 2 very nice plays. The first, Millard getting to this ground ball from Hatteberg. The throw's going to be high, the underhand flip. And Pedro, with that runner coming right down on his back, able to leap, make the catch, and tag the bag. There's Millar's end of it. And now Pedro going up in the air, coming down, getting the bag, and not getting run over by Scott Hatteberg. Boy, terrific play by both guys there. Hatteberg kind of grabbing onto Pedro after he went by the bag.
Over to third base went McLemore. Jermaine Dye has struck out twice tonight against Pedro Martinez. Pedro with 5 strikeouts. The 90th pitch of the night for Martinez, missing away, and Veritek going to the backhand. To right field, Kapler has it sized up in right. Makes the catch. McLemore bluffing, not going anywhere. And a very good throw from right field from Kapler.
Now, two things here, Don. First of all, Kapler did a good job of getting himself set and then charging the ball. That makes it a little bit more difficult for the third base coach. The other thing is McLemore is not running well at all. So they're not going to take any chances of sending him. There's Kapler with the charge. The throw comes in, and they have to hold McLemore, who's not running very well. I've been watching Mark run around the bases. He really looks like he's struggling. And then, of course, down by 4 runs, you're not going to take that chance.
McLemore with the knee surgery that took place at the end of spring training in the beginning of this year. And watching him run to second base with a leadoff double, he really was struggling.
Well, that ball that he scored on earlier, that ball that Manny kicked out there, he had no intentions of coming around. He was just kind of walking in third base. All of a sudden, the coach noticed the kick, and he had to wave him on. He really struggled to get home.
To right again, Kapler racing in, waiting underneath now for out number 3.
Nice inning, Donnie, baby. Flip over the card, kid. Nice inning.
Go from Dog. 7-3. Red Sox on top. Sounds of the booth.
Did you know Ford Escape comes jam-packed for just $249 a month? This is a limited allocation of specially equipped and specially priced 2005 XLT Escapes with a powerful and economical V6 engine, a 4-wheel drive automatic, power moonroof, AC, and keyless entry. This specially equipped Escape comes with a safety canopy system, all for just $249 a month. Just $249 a month for a well-equipped Escape with a safety canopy system. Only at your New England Ford dealer.
Money on your mind? At Sovereign, we're here with red carpet service. Guaranteed.
Whether you play the ponies or run down the hounds, Hinsdale goes the extra mile with a winning experience. Count on great food, a clean, comfortable atmosphere, and impeccable customer service. Watch and wager on live greyhound racing and OTB action from the country's top thoroughbred, harness, and greyhound tracks. Hinsdale Greyhound Park at OTB is only 5 minutes off I-91 with live 1 p.m. matinees every day except Tuesdays and under the lights Saturdays at 8. Visit HinsdaleGreyhound.com for details. Hinsdale Greyhound Park at OTB, Route 119, Hinsdale, New Hampshire.
You know, being the play-by-play guy for the Red Sox, it's really been a lifelong dream of mine.
Thank you very much, David Ortiz.
You know, being a broadcaster on NESN, you're so close to the action.
Hey, Wink.
Hey, Donnie.
I mean, the guys, they really make you feel like you're part of the team.
Never mind, let's go.
Doing play-by-play is not as easy as it looks.
Work it out. Let's go, Orsillo. Double time. Come on. You're better than that.
I mean, you really have to stay focused out there.
Come on, announcer boy. Get up.
Bottom of the 6th inning. Bill Miller gave Kapler and Johnny Damon to face Justin Duchscher. He has been outstanding, retiring all 7 Red Sox that he has faced since coming on just 22 pitches. In relief of the Oakland starter, Mike Redman. Softly grounded foul into the Red Sox dugout. 1-1. Miller 2 for 2 tonight, 2 singles and an RBI. Single to right, single to left.
He really has done a nice job. He's given his team a chance. He's come in and really kind of shut down the Red Sox. He's pitched well every time we've seen him against the Red Sox.
Former Red Sox farmhand who was traded away to the Texas Rangers in a trade that brought Doug Marabelli to the Red Sox. Miller fouls it off the left side. It's 2-2. The Oakland A's pitching staff has been very good. This is what the Red Sox have done in 5 games against Oakland. Pretty impressive. Line lined into left center field. A gapper back to the track of the wall. Miller headed for second base, and he will get there with a leadoff double to begin the last half of the 6th inning.
Well, it's been quite a series for Bill Miller. 2 for 3, including a home run last night, 2 singles, the double, and an RBI so far in this game tonight. So that's some pretty good production from the bottom of the batting order.
So a double for Bill Miller, his 3rd hit of the night. And here's Gabe Kapler, who doubled his last time up, showing bunt and taking a ball. He's grabbed the attention of McLemore at 3rd. Last night early in the game, when runners were at 1st and 2nd, Johnny Damon turned to bunt. First thought we thought Johnny might be doing it on his own. Today, Terry Francona saying that he actually put it on last night, trying to surprise Oakland, but after the first attempt took it off. As Johnny Damon waits on deck. Damon with a 5-hit night last night's got a hit tonight. Strike, and it's 2-1 to Gabe Kapler. A double by Bill Miller, the first hit for the Red Sox off Dukeshire, who had retired the first 7 Red Sox that he faced tonight. Fouled off, 2-2. This is game number 82 of the year for the Red Sox. They had 3 more wins at this time last year. They were in 2nd place last year at this time, 4 games back. 6.5 to begin the night tonight. The Yankees losing today to the Tigers. As I started to say a couple of innings ago, it seems like there have been so many times this year where the Red Sox have had big wins, and you think kind of turn the corner and maybe there'll be some consistency in terms of wins. And last night with the big 11-0 win, certainly the Red Sox hoping that will start them in the right direction once again.
Well, most of that inconsistency, though, has been on the road. It really hasn't been here at Fenway Park.
Last night's victory, the 26th at home for the Red Sox, a 26-14 record. The Red Sox have the 4th best home record in baseball. And the Yankees, these Oakland Athletics, and the Texas Rangers. In the dirt, kicks off Melviews, and Bill Miller moves over to 3rd base.
That didn't look like Melviews ever really got a glove on it. Looks like it escaped the glove and bounced off his foot. Back toward that 3rd base side. Yeah, right off the shin guard. Changed directions, and Bill Miller moves up a bag.
Chad Bradford, the sidewinder, actually submariner in the bullpen. Off speed and ball 4. First walk given up by Dukeshire of the night. Well, this game summary is brought to you by your local Lincoln Mercury dealers. Mark Bellhorn getting the night started for the Red Sox. A first inning solo home run, his 10th of the year. Then to lead off the 2nd inning, Nomar Garciaparra to straight center field, his 3rd home run of the year. With the Red Sox on top 2-0, they would get to 5 in the 2nd. And Pedro Martinez with a total of 5 strikeouts tonight through the first 6 innings. Runners at the corners with nobody out here in the last half of the 6th inning. Johnny with a single in the second inning, came around to score a run. Has got an RBI tonight. The into right field, a base hit. From third comes Bill Miller. Heading for third base is Kapler. The throw to second, and Damon is out. Kapler trying for the plate, and he's in. So they throw Damon out at second. Kapler just came around full bore to score. 2 runs are in, and the Red Sox lead it 9-3.
Yeah, he never really stopped. Gabe Kapler was running hard all the way, and once Dale Swain, the third base coach, saw that throw going to second base, he never stopped him. He waved him right on. Never broke stride. Here's the throw by Jermaine Dye. Throws a rocket at second base to get Johnny Damon. But while all that's going on, Kapler's coming around to score. Didn't have to slide. Goes right around the attempted tag by Melius. That's some good hustle by Gabe Kapler and some good coaching by Dale Swain. He saw that as soon as that throw was heading in towards second base, he just continued to wave him on.
Now Maka headed out to talk to Dukeshire. This all happened pretty quickly to Justin Dukeshire, who is pitching very well. Now Dunkin' Donuts is pleased to welcome those in the Dunkin' Dugout tonight. Dunkin' Donuts is in its 5th year of hosting local youth groups and charitable organizations in the Dunkin' Dugout. Over 7,000 children have had the opportunity to catch a Red Sox home game thanks to Dunkin' Donuts. So 1 out. Gabe Kapler coming around. The Red Sox scoring 2. And it's 9-3 Boston.
By the way, that hit from Johnny Damon, I mean, when you're hot, you're hot. That ball was up and inside on him, and he just hits a soft line drive up over the head of Scott Hatterberg. Watch the pitch location. It's upstairs. He actually gets jammed on it, but still hits the ball up over the head of Hatterberg for the base hit. He had slowed up, and of course that's the reason he did get thrown out at second base. But while he was running slow, Kapler was running hard. And I'll bet you the way he hit that, he probably thought Hatterberg might have a chance to catch it.
Well, it works out well for the Red Sox. 2 additional runs here in the last half of the 6th inning, on top 9-3 now. 2-2. Ball 3 to Mark Bellhorn. Dusher's thrown 43 pitches since coming in from the bullpen. Marco was out there to check on him, and he told him that he was all right, staying into the game here with a full count. Bellhorn lifts it to center. Mark Kotze back there waiting. And there's 2 down. It's been a frustrating couple of days for David Ortiz, who makes his way to the plate.
And Manny Ramirez.
Yeah.
Strange. Red Sox have scored all these runs in the last 2 games, and no hits for either Ortiz or Ramirez. 0 for 14 combined. 2 guys that have basically carried the offense all season long.
Ortiz 0 for his last 13. Strikeout in the first, ground out in the second, another ground out in the fourth tonight for David Ortiz. Two outs, bases empty for the Red Sox. 2 runs in here in the last half of the 6th inning. Oh, and 2 now to Ortiz. The league leaders are brought to you by Volvo, the official vehicle of the Boston Red Sox. And as a DH, David Ortiz with 14 home runs. Orville Durazo of the A's with 10, but Frank Thomas, the leader in that category for the White Sox. And up top to strike out David Ortiz for the second time tonight. The Red Sox are gone in the 6th. The end of 6, Boston on top 9-3.
This All-Star break, without it, we'd be less than human. It's in our nature. The inherent need. The palpable desire. The insatiable hunger that cannot be suppressed. It's the undeniable thirst for vengeance. Raw presents WWE Vengeance, Sunday, July 11th, live on Events in Demand pay-per-view.
What's all the excitement at Down East Toyota? Logan and his friends have discovered the huge selection of used vehicles on our lot. More than 300 quality pre-owned vehicles, compact cars, full-size trucks, and vehicles for the entire family. We're Maine's #1 Toyota dealer, and that means we also have the best selection of used Toyotas, with more trades coming in every day. Credit not so perfect? We can help you too. Take it from Logan and his friends. The best deals on used vehicles are at Down East Toyota, across from Super Walmart and Brewer.
There's an industry that's been a part of Maine agriculture for over 100 years. What started as a day off for Maine farmers at the fair has turned into an industry that generates millions of dollars that stay right here in Maine. Harness racing has raised generations and employed thousands of Maine people. Whether you're at a racetrack or one of Maine's premier agricultural fairs, harness racing is fun and exciting to watch. Bring the family to a day at the races at Bangor Raceway or Scarborough Downs. Harness racing in Maine. It's fun to the finish.
Through 6, Red Sox on top 9-3. Let's take a look at what's on tap for the Red Sox, brought to you by Heineken. One game left against these Oakland Athletics. 7 p.m. right here on NESN tomorrow night. And the Texas Rangers are in for 3 over the weekend. UPN 38 has Friday night baseball. NESN outside of Boston. Saturday and Sunday here on NESN. A night game on Saturday and a day game on Sunday to wrap up the homestand. And then it is off to the All-Star break. The Red Sox will be heading off to all different kinds of destinations on Sunday as Pedro Martinez works here in the top half of inning number 7 with the Red Sox on top 9-3. Bobby Crosby 1 for 2 tonight. A single his last time up. Pedro up to 95 pitches as he works here in the 7th. Crosby cranks it foul off the right side.
Activity now also in the bullpen for the Red Sox. It looks like Alan Embry starting to loosen up for Boston.
Strike 3 call. Crosby was looking for a cover and it grabs the corner. Strikeout number 6 for Pedro Martinez.
I had a hard time telling, Don, whether this was the cut fastball or the curveball. It seemed hard enough to be the cut fastball from Pedro. I believe it was. Had Crosby jumping back and not liking the call at all.
Now Adam Melhuse. Ahead of Melhuse, nothing in 2. Last time out for Pedro Martinez was against the Yankees. Game that, of course, turned into the 13-inning loss for the Red Sox, 5-4. He left when it was 3-3 at the end of 7 innings. Melhuse strikes out. Back-to-back strikeouts for Pedro Martinez.
Now, he's had a very, very good changeup in this game tonight. I mean, he got Hatteberg early in the game on a changeup, got Duranzo on a changeup. Now he gets Melhuse on an excellent changeup. And all 3 of those have been in about the same place. Pedro, knowing he's probably working in his last inning, would love to strike out the side.
Rick Burns 0 for 2 tonight. To center field. Damon back a step. 1, 2, 3 go the Oakland A's in the top of the 7th. It's 7th inning stretch time from Fenway. Red Sox on top 9-3.
free to move about the country.
Before I had the surgery, I couldn't walk. I couldn't stand.
She had been operated on multiple times with variable results, and she was of the impression she was at the end of the line, and she wasn't.
It's the simple things in life that we all take for granted. Something as simple as sleeping in a bed or walking in a park. When you lose it and then you get it back, it is extremely special.
South Coast Hospitals. Feel better.
Money on your mind? At Sovereign, we're here with red carpet service. Guaranteed.
Well, I kind of played everywhere my whole life, but I'd always caught. I think my biggest strength is my mind and my ability to lead and guide a pitching staff. And we have to be able to make on-field decisions. This time they tag him out! Well, it's something that I've worked on my whole life. Your job is to keep the ball in front of you. I think that's the biggest thing. You're not catching fish. No, it's not tough, it's fun.
Back at Fenway, Red Sox on top 9-3 as we get ready for the bottom of the 7th. And tonight's New England Ford fans of the game are guests of NESN. They are the New England Ford Dealers Group here tonight, enjoying the game.
Well, how did they know they were going to be on?
I'm guessing we told them. Either that, somebody from inside the luxury box let them know that they were lined up to come on.
That's an inside job.
I think so, yes. Very nice to see all of them. Nice to see Ramon Castro, who takes over at third base for the Oakland A's defensively for Mark McLemore, new pitcher Chad Bradford.
Bradford making his 39th appearance. He's struggled recently. He's given up at least 1 run in 7 of his last 16 outings. In 16 1/3 in that span, an ERA of 6.61.
Manny Ramirez leads it off, hits it high, deep. Look out for the light towers. That is gone right out of Fenway Park. Manny Ramirez with a towering home run, his 23rd of the year. The Red Sox in the double figures in runs on top 10-3.
Well, with that home run for Ramirez, he takes over the lead in the American League. First pitch off Bradford, the submarine-style delivery. And this ball way out of Fenway Park. Hit the top of the lights, it seemed like, or the Coke bottles, and just continued on.
It's now 7 for 12 against Chad Bradford. Nomar chops one to short. Crosby throws him out for the first out of the inning.
Now, Manny had been quiet in this series until this pitch. I don't know if that was supposed to be a slider, Don. It looked like it had a slider spin on it, but it left in a hurry. See the guy behind home plate?
Yes.
That's a great fan reaction.
Millar 0 for 2 with a walk. And the strike to Millar, 1-1.
See, not only did Manny know that ball was gone, but watch this guy here. He knows it's gone.
Away, and it's 2-1 down to Millar. Field set up straight away for Millar. Into left field, a base hit. Millar with his first hit of the night. The Red Sox with their 13th.
Well, the Red Sox come into this series against the second best pitching staff in the league. And granted, Hudson's on the disabled list, not facing him, not facing Mulder. But they have pounded out some hits and scored some runs.
Red Sox have had 30 hits in the first 2 games of this series. And 21 runs.
Every game that they've played this year against Oakland have been high-scoring games one way or the other. Most of the time on the Red Sox side.
It amazes me where Bradford actually releases the pitch from.
It's almost like his knuckles are scraping the mound, hitting the dirt. Think about last night where Zito's right over the top of that big curveball. You could almost look up in the sky for it. Here, you got to look toward the ground to pick up the pitch from Bradford. Watch how close his knuckles come to hitting that dirt as he delivers the pitch to home plate.
Tech lines it out of the reach of Scudero into right field. Millar up to second base on the second hit of the night for Jason Varitek.
Well, the rest maybe helped Jason Varitek. 2 for 24 coming into the game. He's got a couple of hits in this game. 2 for 4 tonight. So everybody in the lineup with at least one, with the exception, very strangely, David Ortiz. Is always somebody. Now, he might have another crack before it's over. By the way, David Ortiz, I think you mentioned this earlier, was named in the home run hitting contest for the American League, taking the place of Manny. Manny gave up his spot to David Ortiz.
I'm interested to see how David Ortiz does in the home run derby. A lot of pressure, I think, in the home run derby.
You know what I noticed watching those guys is you run out of gas. I mean, it's, you know, pitch after pitch trying to hit it as far as you can.
You advance from one round to the next.
Trying to remember Houston. We went there for an exhibition game.
Spring training, yeah.
Trying to remember. I know it was a good home run hit as parked to left field.
I just remember that it was very small. One to first, Hatterberg to second for one. The relay will not be coming back to first. They record the put out on Varitek at second base. On to third goes Millar as Bill Miller reaches at first. So runners at the corners for Gabe Kapler. He's been on base twice tonight, a double and a walk.
Well, these two managers very close. Terry Francona, Ken Marker. They were out last night for a milkshake after the game, and I guess it was all smiles for Francona. Maybe the same tonight.
Terry was the bench coach for Ken Marker last year in Oakland. Right side and through into right field. Millar scores from third, and the Red Sox lead it 11-3.
Now, you know, when Camp broke, this is the kind of offense that this team expected to have. You know, you don't have it every day, obviously. You go into slumps, but a team that was certainly expected to score a lot of runs. They came into the game today 6th in the league in runs, but they have scored a bunch the last 2 games. And finally, you know, this team almost together. I mean, Bill Miller. Is Theo on the phone? Is he making a call?
I think he saw himself on television, thought he would look busy.
That's all these Randy Johnson. Maybe that's what he's calling Randy Johnson. Mike Port's trying to call for him. Randy, what do you think about Boston in the second half of the season?
The 0-1 to Damon. One of the hands lifted in the air to left center field. Over comes Kotze to make the catch for the final out of the inning. The Red Sox get 2 more at the end of 7. Boston on top 11-3.
This is Julie, coach for Team Car Store. We're loading the bases with great late model cars, and folks are driving them home.
We've got the bases covered.
Get warranties at
All-Star deals on Major League wheels.
Our service staff will keep you batting 1,000.
Take me out to the car store. Take me out for a car.
Don't strike out.
Slide into the car store. Smithfield Avenue, Pawtucket.
Some people call it summer vacation. I call it my busiest time of the year. And I wouldn't have it any other way.
Stop by Friendly's today and try one of our summer chicken choices. Right now, get a free sundae with our newest flavor, Hunka Chunka PB Fudge, when you try any of our 6 summer chicken choices.
Can we go swimming again tomorrow?
Fireside Nissan on Route 1 North Attleboro announces its summer vacation sales event. Fireside has the largest inventory in southeastern Mass, including 2004 Titan 4-Wheeler Magazine's Truck of the Year. And with 0.9 financing and rebates up to $3,250, you won't want to miss out. Fireside, southeastern New England's largest parts and service dealer, is out to be #1 in sales and will do what it takes to earn your business. See for yourself why there is no better deal than a Fireside deal. Fireside Nissan, your peace of mind dealer.
We can't reverse the curse. We can't rewind the week.
It's back, and it's very gone!
Tune in Granite City Red Sox Rewind, a 30-minute Red Sox review, playing back a week's worth of player profiles and interviews, game highlights, locker room reaction, team news, notes, and more. After an exciting week in Red Sox Nation, unwind with Rewind, hosted by Eric Freed. Granite City Red Sox Rewind, Monday and Tuesday nights on Nesson.
Don Orsillo and Jerry Remy back at Fenway Park. Changes for the Red Sox. Millar now in left field, moving from first to left. Pokey Reese comes in at shortstop for Garcia Parra. David McCarty at first base now for the Red Sox. And the new pitcher is Alan Embry into the game for the Red Sox here to pitch the 8th. And joining us live from outside the Red Sox clubhouse is Pedro Martinez. Pedro coming out after 7 innings. Pedro, how did it go for you tonight?
Well, pretty good. I felt pretty good, except when I had to wait that long inning, it kind of affected me a little bit. I felt a little bit flat after that inning. But after that, I picked it up again and actually came out pretty good.
Now, Pedro, it looked like he had a great changeup tonight, and with some of these lefties in the lineup, that's a pitch you really need against him, but it's as good a changeup as you've had in the last couple of starts.
I noticed I had a pretty good changeup since I pitched in New York, and I've been working on it and watching some videos, and also my breaking ball. I feel pretty confident with the curveball now late in the last 3 outings.
102 pitches tonight for Pedro Martinez, and Pedro certainly coming home has been outstanding for the Red Sox.
Yeah, we really needed some home cooking and a little bit of rest. But I'm pretty sure we're going to snap out of all the things that we went through, and from now on, hopefully pick it up and continue on after the second half and go strong like we're supposed to.
Pedro, you got a little rest coming up now. That's your last start till after the All-Star break, right?
It wouldn't go bad for me. I'm looking forward to that and actually enjoying that time off.
Well, of course, the second half, and everybody looking towards the second half. I'm sure you're looking forward to a very big second half for the Red Sox.
Yes, I'm very positive, and we're going to start playing baseball together, all together, and getting, you know, in the same path. And now that we have Nomar and Trot back,
with the little rest in the All-Star break, throat should be okay. Nomar is on fire right now. So we're pretty positive, and hopefully in the second half we start to kick in all together and hopefully put up some big numbers for our team and for our fans here.
Pedro, do you like the chances of David Ortiz in the home run contest?
Yes, I do. Let's just hope that Eno goes out there and pitches Big P to him, because Eno really knows where his sweet spot is.
Well, Pedro Martinez joining us here as this ball is lifted down the right field line. In comes Kapler to make the catch. Pedro, lastly, the first half of the season, how do you size it up so far for the Red Sox? Any surprises for you over the first half?
Not really, but I think the little struggle that we went through lately kind of surprised me, because we have such a good team, and it really caught me a little bit by surprise, because I didn't think we were going to struggle for that long and the way we did. But thank God it's only the first half, and we have plenty of time to make up ground.
Pedro, congratulations on a very good outing tonight. Thank you for joining us, and have a nice All-Star break.
Thank you very much. It's a pleasure.
Pedro Martinez tonight, 7 strong for the Red Sox. And the Red Sox on top here 11-3 as top half of the 8th inning with 1 down. Martinez out after the pitch, lines it towards right center field. That gets down for a hit. Over is Kapler to play it, and a 1-out single for Katze.
Well, Katze struggled all night against Pedro Martinez. He gets the left-hander in the game, Alan Embry, and picks up the base hit. And Terry Francona quickly out to the mound. And it looks like he's going to go to the bullpen for a right-hander.
So 1 out, 1 on, a pitching change from Fenway, 11-3. The Red Sox on top. Timlin coming on.
You know, being the play-by-play guy for the Red Sox, it's really been a lifelong dream of mine.
Thank you very much, David Ortiz.
You know, being a broadcaster on NESN, you're so close to the action.
Hey, Wink. Hey, Donnie.
I mean, the guys, they really make you feel like you're part of the team.
Never mind. Let's go.
Doing play-by-play is not as easy as it looks.
Work it out. Let's go, Orsillo. Double time. Come on. You're better than that.
I mean, you really have to stay focused out there.
Come on, announcer boy. Get up.
It's July on NESN, and we're in mid-season form. The Sox face critical mid-season matchups, including the Braves, A's, Angels, Mariners, and Yankees. Stay tuned during the All-Star break for 16 and 60 as NESN counts down the top 16 games of the first half, 60 minutes at a time. Once the football, NESN hits the gridiron with exciting CFL action. And the Charlie Moore Summer of Fun continues with hot episodes all summer long. It's July on NESN, and we're in mid-season form.
Can't catch your Sox in time? At midnight on game nights, tune in Red Sox in 2, an edited down 2-hour replay of the Sox game. So keep track of your Sox around the clock with Red Sox in 2. The Boston Globe Sports Plus on NESN. Now with a whole new look. It's sports plus a whole lot more. Delivered to your home Wednesday and Thursday nights on NESN.
Red Sox baseball on NESN is brought to you by Southwest Airlines, by GMC Trucks, by Bernie and Phil's Furniture, by New England Ford Dealers, by Pepsi, and by Sovereign Bank, the official bank of the Red Sox cable network. Alan Embry gone after just a third of an inning, responsible for the runner at first and Mark Katze. The Red Sox who used their third pitcher of the night, Mike Timlin, into the game.
39th appearance also for Timlin. He's tied with Embry for the team lead and also among the top 10 in the American League. You see his last time out was Friday at Atlanta. An inning in that ball, gave up a hit and a walk.
Ramon Castro batting for the first time, took over defensively for Mark McLemore an inning ago. Castro 2 for 10 with the Oakland A's, called up from their AAA team in Sacramento. Called up last Friday and now appearing in his 5th game. This is his second stint with Oakland this season. Softly grounded to Reese at short. The second for one on to first. A double play. Mike Timlin comes on to get the double play. We head to the last of the 8. Boston on top 11-3.
Flying to the Washington area for business? If these 23 reasons don't convince you to fly Southwest Airlines nonstop to Baltimore Washington International, maybe this will. You can fly to BWI for just $49 one way.
You are now free to move about the country.
Meet me at Foxwoods.
The new Chevrolet, an American revolution.
This All-Star break, we're keeping your socks on for you. Counting down the 16 best Sox games of the first half, 1 hour at a time, with 16 in 60. The 16 best games of the first half, edited down to 60 minutes each, and hosted by Tom Caron. Back-to-back through the All-Star break and all week long on Nesson. The countdown begins Monday night from 7 to 11, with games 16 through 13, only on Nesson.
What's up? Well, Red Sox fans, we want to hear from you. Log on to RedSox.com to tell us what you think of the broadcast tonight. Look for this graphic and let your thoughts be heard.
New first baseman for Oakland, Eric Karros, taking over at first, and a new pitcher for Oakland, their 4th of the night, Justin Lear.
Second time the Red Sox have seen him in this series. He worked last night 2/3 of an inning, gave up 5 hits and 4 earned runs. As I mentioned last night, just recently recalled on June 17th from AAA Sacramento.
Mark Bellhorn leads it off. Swinging at the first pitch, Scudero at second base takes care of his counterpart. Mark Bellhorn, 1 down. Here comes David Ortiz, 0 for 4 tonight. Member of the Red Sox starting 9 not to have a hit tonight. Boston's banged out 15, and oddly, David does not have one. 0 for his last 14 is David Ortiz. Lear takes over for Chad Bradford, who in an inning gave up 4 hits and 2 runs. Not walk anybody, nor did he strike anybody out. The starter tonight, Mark Redman, over 2 2/3 innings, touched for 9 hits and 7 runs. Ortiz, one hops one to Crosby, a nifty play, and the throw thrown in and out of the dugout. Ortiz will be given second base.
I think Fenway Park's going to be one of Crosby's favorite places to play. He's had some trouble defensively here at friendly Fenway. That ball was crushed by Ortiz. A nice play on the pickup here by Crosby, but just looks like he stumbled as he went to make that throw. Did you see that? Almost like he got his foot caught, and he threw the ball to the Red Sox dugout.
Two-base error charge to Crosby. Ortiz at second, and McCarty batting for the first time tonight. Fouls one off the right side. McCarty at 223, 2 homers, and 9 runs batted in, batting in Manny Ramirez's spot. Manny, his last time up tonight, hit a home run. Solo shot out of Fenway to left.
Now, it looks like I'm going to have to take another vote tonight because I'm stumped again. The top dog.
Tonight is a little tougher than last night was. Who are you leaning towards right now?
I was leaning towards Nomar with the home run and a double early in the ball game.
And now
you've got Bellhorn in there in the mix. You've got Bill Miller in the mix. Kaplis had a couple of hits. Pedro's performance.
Let me take a look at the game summary very shortly, and we'll be able to recap it all.
I want the truck to start thinking and put in their vote. They were the deciding factor last night. Julie, you'll have a vote tonight, too.
Very tense time for those guys as they wonder who.
Actually, we have two extra votes tonight. Julie in the booth and Julie, the goddess of high heat, will also give a vote.
They look very nervous. These decisions being made. The goddess of high heat helping in those decisions. McCarty strikes out. Game summary is brought to you by Dunkin' Donuts. And we took a look at the numbers tonight. The Red Sox with 3 home runs. Bellhorn with a home run. Omar Garcia-Parra with a home run. And Manny Ramirez with a home run. Tough. Well, a couple of hits tonight for Johnny Damon. The Red Sox banging out 15 hits and 11 runs. Pokey Reese got a loud applause as he came to the plate. The Pokey chant going up. He's become an extremely popular player in a very short time here in his first season in Boston.
Red Sox fans really appreciate his enthusiasm and his defensive ability.
He started just once in the last 5 games. That was on Saturday. And what has turned into limited playing time for him lately.
And I think Terry said he'd probably get the start tomorrow night.
Kurt Schilling will be getting the start for the Red Sox, matched up against youngster right-hander Rich Harden. Schilling in search of his 12th win of the year. 11-4 going into that outing tomorrow night. Strike 3 call, and Pokey strikes out to end the 8th. We have played 8 from Fenway. Red Sox on top 11-3.
This ought to top up your afternoon nicely.
Over 8 million drivers feel really good riding with Geico. 15 minutes could save you 15% or more on car insurance.
Quality items, great prices, and convenient locations. Extramart has all your bases covered. Stop by for a cup of our very own Brew Boy coffee or a double-sized Deli Joe sandwich. Heading for home or running on empty, Extramart introduces Extra Fuels, our own premium quality gasoline.
Extramart is now your headquarters for Castrol oil products. Castrol oil, winning performance. And check out Nesquik and easy-to-drink bottles for just 99 cents. Nesquik, milk made fun.
Extramart is always a home run.
Want to breathe life into your day? Try using a straw.
Charlie Moore, Nesson's Mad Fisherman, is at it again.
Hello! Dumbo Joe. Bill! Now I'm drawing a blank. We all what? Rail Andrews. What'd I say? Anders. Minor detail. Do you wish you were here with Joe Thornton and I catching these fish? This is outrageous. Aha! Oh! Gotcha!
Outsmarting fish is one thing, but how he gets these special guests on his boat is anyone's guess. Charlie Moore Outdoors. It's more than fishing. It's a way of life. Sponsored by Obashan Hardware.
Top half of the ninth back at Fenway Park. The Red Sox on top 11-3. And the Red Sox with a change. New third baseman Kevin Youkilis taking over for Bill Miller. And the new pitcher is Keith Folk.
Folk making his 37th appearance. And the last one coming a Friday when he blew a save down there at Atlanta. An inning. Gave up a run in that ball game. Had a couple of strikeouts. He's been in so many situations like this.
Eric Karros to lead it off. Took over defensively for Scott Hatteberg. That's for the first time. Swings with the first pitch, sending Damon back deep into center field and onto the track for out number 1.
Stay tuned after the game for New England's Red Sox post-game shows. First, it's W.B. Mason's extra innings, then Granite City Electric extra innings extra. After the last inning, the action is just beginning. And tonight's guest, Lenny DiNardo, in with Tom Caron and Dennis Eckersley. Well, Don, the only votes that I don't have are from the two Julies.
What do you?
Top dog.
What is it so far?
Well, Narachi has Bill Miller. You have Nomar. Russ has Nomar. Captain Jupiter has Nomar. I didn't get one from Greg Petronzio yet. Miller, ooh, we're getting close. Now Julie. Gabe Kapler for Julie. And the high heat, goddess of high heat.
Dye pops it up. Back at first. McCarty makes the catch, and there's 2 down.
Play the game is brought to you by Foxwoods Resort and Casino, and we're going to give it to Manny Ramirez's home run. Just a beautiful thing. Way over that left field wall, hits the Coke bottles and continues on. The Foxwoods play of the game.
Two down, and Rubio Durazo standing in. Top half of the ninth. Durazo 0 for 3 tonight. A strikeout and a ground out. He's also flying to right. Strike 1 to Durazo. Pedro Martinez tonight, 7 innings, giving up 3 runs. He struck out 7, walked 1. In line to pick up his 9th win of the year.
Now, Don, it looks like it's going to be Nomar. I think he's going to edge out everybody by 1 vote. The goddess of high heat went with Pedro.
Durazo hit by the pitch, and he'll head down to first base. So Folk, who got the first 2 outs, quickly hits Durazo. Now we'll have to face Bobby Crosby. On the ground towards short. Reese, the easy way to second, and the Red Sox win. Boston taking the first 2 games of this series, winning tonight 11-3. We'll step aside and come back from Fenway with more after this.
Hey, will you watch my salad? Sure. Long chicken. McDonald's? I'm loving it. I want to eat my salad.
Foxwood.
Did you know Ford Escape comes jam-packed for just $249 a month? This is a limited allocation of specially equipped and specially priced 2005 XLT Escapes with a powerful and economical V6 engine, a four-wheel drive automatic, power moonroof, AC, and keyless entry. This specially equipped Escape comes with a safety canopy system, all for just $249 a month. Just $249 a month for a well-equipped Escape with a safety canopy system. Only at your New England Ford dealer.
Warm seasoned beef, cheddar jack cheese, crispy tortilla strips, and Newman's own all-natural salsa. I'm gonna just not just have a salad. The new premium Fiesta salad from McDonald's.
Welcome to the House of Beer. We have 170 kinds of beer from all over the world. The beers are color-coded and separated by country, style, and color. Call me when you're ready.
I'm ready. All of us Sam Adams. Yeah.
You can go around the world and not find a better beer than Samuel Adams. Always a good decision.
11-3, the Red Sox win it for Jerry Remy. Don Orsillo saying so long from Fenway Park. It's now time for W.B. Mason's Extra Innings with Tom Caron and Dennis Eckersley. Tom?
Don, thanks very much. So they got the win against Zito last night. Pedro gets it done tonight. They go for the sweep tomorrow.
Pedro got exactly what Wakefield got last night. Easy win. Pitched well. Only walked one, punched out 7.
Big runs early, and they got Kurt Schilling going for the sweep tomorrow. It's all good right now through 2 on the homestand as they win game 2, 11-3. W.B. Mason's Extra Innings coming up next.